Today, I'm unlocking the Crown Idol skin in Fall Guys, and to do that, I have to get a win in every single mode. And I only have 1 hour to complete this challenge, otherwise I have to give my friend 1,000 Showbucks. Now, the first mode I had to get a win in was Hexathlon, a mode where every round is hexaring. Luckily, that went pretty easy because during the first 2 rounds, everyone got eliminated in seconds. However, the finals weren't as easy. I got a bit too far ahead and almost slipped off the map in the first 10 seconds. Luckily, I was able to save myself and ran right back to the middle of the map. Soon enough, there was 6 people out of 8 eliminated and a lot of red tiles, but I only had to survive until 2 more people got eliminated, then I would win. But just then, I jumped a bit too much and almost went too far off the edge. Luckily, I recovered pretty quickly and ran straight back to the middle of the map. Eventually, it was just me and 1 other person left, but we were running out of tiles, so I knew I needed to get this win as soon as possible. I decided I needed to make a risky play. So I went all the way to the side for a dive jump, and luckily my opponent ended up falling off the map. Easy. The next mode I had to beat was solos. I started out with gate crash in the first round, where I would say I made a few dumb decisions. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But luckily, I pulled through and was able to qualify in the first round with almost no time remaining. The next round was Dizzy Heights, which is pretty easy, so I knew I would win. Dizzy Heights is pretty boring, so I'm just gonna skip to the end. Oh look, I qualified. The next round was Freezy Peak, and I'm pretty bad at Freezy Peak, so I thought I would lose. Luckily, I aced the first part, and all that was left was the boxing glove part that I'm the worst at. For some reason, this part takes me forever, and after that, I thought I was about to lose the whole game. Luckily, near the end, everyone missed their jump, and I was able to be second to qualify. The next round was Snowball Survival. The first thing I did was go to one of the edges of the snowflake, but there was this ice cream bird who would try to kill me, so I had to run away before I ended up in the slime. Luckily, I was safe for the rest of the round, until this Crown Idol skin almost killed me, but by then the time was pretty much over and I qualified. Now, it was on to the finals. For the final round, I got Hexaring, and after just winning in a mode with only Hexaring, I knew I would win. I started out pretty strong with a lot of red tiles to begin with since I was in an 11-player Hexaring, but that only got worse. Once there was 5 out of 10 people eliminated, there were so many empty tiles, I was beginning to doubt that I would win. And eventually, my luck caught up to me. I jumped too much and ended up slipping off the map. No! After that, I only had 30 minutes left, and I knew I couldn't afford to lose anymore. The first round of my next game was Track Attack. After almost falling off the top twice, I ended up qualifying in 3rd place. After that, it was Ski Fall. Now, I'm pretty good at Ski Fall, and with the power of editing, it went by pretty quickly. The third round was Hoverboard Heroes, a map that I haven't gotten in a few months, but that didn't matter because I'm a Fall Guys pro. I got past the cannons without any problems, and then almost got knocked off on the treadmill. Oh, no way. But I survived and was able to make it back to the hoverboard just in time. The next part was the zero gravity part, and that went pretty well, but then I hit one of the lasers and fell onto the hoverboard. And if I fell just a few seconds later, I would have fallen into the slime. Luckily though, I survived and got through the last 3 lasers pretty easily and qualified in 2nd place. Let's go! And somehow, only 4 people qualified, so it was on to the finals already. For the finals, I got Royal Fumble, arguably the worst final in Fall Guys. I didn't spawn with the tail, and I'm pretty bad at Royal Fumble, so I knew I needed to try my hardest to win. Luckily, I grabbed the tail pretty early on, but that didn't last for long. In about 30 seconds, this blue man was able to grab my tail.
No.
After that, I lost all my hopes for beating this challenge, but about 20 seconds later, this king skin ragdolled, and I grabbed the tail. Sadly, 1 second later, the wolf stole the tail again, but 10 seconds later, the wolf went for a dive, and that was my time to grab the tail. So I dived right after him and was able to grab the tail with literally 0 seconds left.
Yes!
After this, I had around 20 minutes left, so I still couldn't afford to lose. But now the hard part was over. I just have to rely on getting good teammates in order to win. Luckily, my teammate in duos was one of the best Fall Guys players out there, and even ended up qualifying in the first round before me. Our second round was rollout with 42 people. It went really well with none of us dying. After this, we got Fall Ball, one of the oldest maps in the game. I hadn't really played this map since it came out, but we ended up winning 2-0 and my teammate scored a goal and got this epic save. The next round was Tiptoe. I was in first for most of the round, occasionally letting other people guess the tiles, and near the end, I got ahead and qualified first. For the finals, we got Hexaring again. All that practice came in handy. I really just wanted to stay out of my teammates' way so we would have enough tiles to use. Eventually, people started dropping like flies, and this goose decided he wanted to try and grief me, but he failed miserably. Eventually, it was just me, my teammate, and the goose. With so many empty tiles, me and my teammate both had to go for a risky play. We both dive jumped off the same tile, and that's what ultimately got us the win. A few seconds later, the goose tried to grief my teammate and grabbed him, but that led to his death. It's just me and him. Now, it was just me and my teammate, and I decided that my teammate was going to have to take one for the team. A few seconds later, we won our first round of duos, and now we had 10 minutes left, and it was time for squads. In squads, our first round was Party Promenade. At the start, one of my teammates decided to give everyone a head start, but eventually they all caught up to me, and we all qualified at almost the same time, and ended up getting second place. Our next round was Some Fruit. There's nothing much to say about this round other than that we won. After that, there was 8 squads remaining, and the third round was Lily Leapers. I did pretty good up until the end when I tried something stupid. I tried going through the middle of the end, and it did not work out. I ended up qualifying before my teammates, but luckily they were right behind me, and we got first place. The fourth round was Tiptoe. My teammate guessed the right path right off the bat, but pretty quickly my team took too many risks, and they were all back at spawn. But then someone made a lucky guess and got the right path, and I couldn't get there in time because someone grabbed me. But one of my teammates was able to get second to qualify, and we ended up qualifying in first place. For the final round, we got Hexagon. I stayed up on the top for a bit, and I made a huge mistake. I accidentally dived and fell all the way to the blue floor. Pretty soon, all the tiles were gone there, and I fell down through 2 floors and decided to deplete all the tiles on this floor. But eventually, I fell down to the purple floor, and pretty soon fell down to the bottom floor. I was losing my hopes of winning, but just then I realized it was just me and my team left. And sooner than I knew it, we had won. Let's go! I had unlocked the Crown Idol skin in 1 hour. This video took me 15 hours to make, so please leave a like and subscribe and join the Discord, link in the description.